Well, hello there. This is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. I'm excited to see you today. Today we are going to make a skillet, waffle, and chicken candle, y'all. If y'all love my videos, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the up and coming videos that we will be doing on the channel. Also, guys, if you want the recipe, you can watch me make it, but listen, you can make it, use the wrong wicks. It won't burn right. It won't smell right. If you want the entire recipe, it is linked in the description box. And guys, this is the pan that we will be using today. I got this pan, very local, but they do sell these pans on Amazon, which they probably a little bit higher because most of the time when you get these pans from like Hobby Lobby, they have a nice sale going on. So they already $3.99 and they definitely come down a little bit more. And because this is a 5-inch pan, I'm going to be using 3 wicks, so that it can burn evenly. If you use 1 wick or maybe 2 wicks, it will not burn completely. So want to make sure you get 3 wicks, okay? And I will provide you guys the wick sizes in the description box. It is linked to my Patreon where all of my candle making recipes, skincare recipes. Oh my God, it's so much there. We have free classes. If you join the Patreon, you will not be disappointed. Let me tell you something. If you want to learn candles this fall, if you want to get the recipes and you don't want to go around here just buying stuff, trying to make your candles, no success, no good smells, don't know where to get your oil from, buying oil is too high, you need sales, you need deals, you need to join the Patreon. This is the silicone mold I'll be using. These are my chicken wings. I know you probably never seen this mold before because most people get their molds off of Etsy if you want one, or Amazon. I made this one myself, and if you want this mold, I will definitely link this in the description box as well. All right, so I am pouring my chicken wings. I actually made those a little bit darker than I did the waffle because I wanted it to be the actual chicken wing color, and I will link the colors in the Patreon as well because I got this candle dye, I believe, off of Candle Science website. I like their candle dyes. It's one of the company that I love, candle dyes, but Candle Science, I like theirs as well. Okay, now I ended up wicking this pan twice. The first time I put it together, I realized that I was like, hold on, wait a minute, my wicks are a little bit too close together. You want to make sure you space them out enough. The good thing about making a candle inside of a skillet, it can handle an enormous amount of heat. You can use a whole lot of heat, okay? So that means if you over wick it, the only thing you would have to worry about when you over wick it really is a high flame. We ain't gonna have no high flame. We ain't gonna have no soup. We ain't gonna have none of that. Our candles will burn clean, okay, 100%. But that's just telling you that when you use like these kind of vessels, you know, a skillet, it definitely can hold some heat, okay? All right, so I am wicking this, guys, and I'm using hot glue. You can use E40, I think it's E4000 or something like that, E400. You can use that as well. And some people also use wick stickers. The only thing about the wick stickers is when it get extremely hot, I've heard a lot of people say that those wick stickers can move. And I also had a lot of people say that they have no issues or complaints. Okay, so it's up to you to try whatever you want to try. Anyway, guys, I am using a parasoy wax. When you are making candles like this, it is very important that you use a parasoy wax because if you use the soy wax, remember, you will not get the colors that I got. Also, you need to remember that it will leave like these little ashy spots all over it, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure you use a parasoy wax. For the entire candle, I use 1 candle dye, okay? I know it sounds strange, and I'm going to explain it. Now, if I wanted to make my gravy, the actual color of gravy, but I actually use syrup. I didn't use gravy. If I wanted to make it the gravy color, I would have needed brown, and I would have did it like with a very light brown just to get a syrup color. I ended up going with syrup because waffles, pancakes, you use syrup, so I wanted to do that. And also, I could have made mine completely parasoy if I went with the gravy look, which is actually good because So let me explain it to you while we popping out these chicken wings and looking at the chicken wings. Look how good these chicken wings came out. I mean, really, they have so much detail. They look so real that I'm going to have to hide it from my children because I don't want them to think that it's real food and they might eat it. Okay, I got a son that might just go in and take a bite. Okay, but anyway, let me finish telling you guys. I ended up going with the gel wax because I'm using this, candle at markets, so I'll probably end up selling it the same exact day. Okay, now when it comes down to the gel wax, remember the gel wax will actually go into the soy wax, like it will dissolve. And I know it may sound crazy, but it really does disappear, and it leaves like some wax residue on the top, like some dye. So you want to make sure that if you're going to be using gel wax, it's a one-day thing. Okay, so now my waffle is entirely too big, and I got these waffle molds off of Amazon a very long time ago. So what I'm going to do with this waffle mold is I'm going to take a butter knife and I am going to slice it in half. Now, the way I set this waffle up, guys, you can't even tell that I really sliced it in half. It's not noticeable. But if I would have just left it and not covered it up, it would have been a hot mess. Okay, so I got one side right here that's pretty neat, that don't look like it was sliced in half. So I'm going to just take that and I'm going to sit that to the side. And now on the side that is pretty beat up, I'm going to use that one first. I'm going to put that down so we can cover that up. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push my wicks through. Now, you can only do this when your wax is a little bit warm. Matter of fact, if you're using like a parasol wax, you should be able to do this because it really don't get too hard, okay? But my wax is still a little bit warm, so that's why I was able to just pull those wicks through without poking them through. Now, if you get to a place where, let's say, your wax get pretty solidified, and you just take like a pin and use something to just poke a hole and do it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to push these wicks through each layer of waffle. Now I'm going to do mine with 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers, and this just pretty much covers up the top and pretty much make it look like it's not beat up. All right, that's the best way to say it. It's not beat up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay these on here, and then I'm going to put my chicken on top of it. Now, the one thing I will tell you about this candle is you can only seal it in place by using your candle wax. Like, let's say, for instance, I was to take my gel and I was to just pour it over top of that bottom waffle. I would immediately stick my chicken on top of it, or the same thing with that top piece of chicken. I'll put my chicken on top of it, and that would just kind of glue it down. Other than that, when you do ship them, you're going to have to shrink wrap it just to keep things in place, because if you don't do it that way, it will move around. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am twisting down my wicks. Now you could use a smaller skewer and do it that way, which actually will be better. This is just what I had in front of me. I will say this, when you twist them down, this is only for decoration purposes. Always tell your customer to trim the wick, because if you start burning it while it's twisted like this, it will be like a flame that you have never seen before. It will burn very high. Okay, so if you like me, when I go out, I'm gonna take a picture with this twisted like that, but when I take it out to the markets, I don't even play them games at all. I normally just make sure I cut it for the customer, and then of course they burn it. Now when it comes down to this type of candle, we are going to use 2 different types of wax. Now I'm going to show you guys how it will look if you use regular parasol wax, which is the wax that we are using throughout the whole entire candle. Now you can use paraffin wax for your embeds. Yes, you can, without a shadow of a doubt, but it's so much better to use one wax. Okay, so what you see me doing is I'm pretty much pouring onto the sides of the actual skillet, and I'm making it even because I'm doing like a gravy thing just to show you guys. But I didn't go with gravy. I wanted to actually go with syrup, And so I want to show you guys how that would look. Now, of course, you would have to fill it up a little bit more, but this is how it would be if you was to go with the gravy look. And in my suggestion, I would use brown, but I would probably use a tiny bit of brown just to get that gravy color. Now we're going to be using this mold, and I'm going to make some butter, as you guys can see. And so I didn't fully let my butter solidify. I just kind of popped it out and put it on top. So you see that little dark spot in the middle, but that's okay. You know, I actually wanted to get done with this candle very, very fast. So what we're going to do is I decided to go with syrup. We're going to go ahead and take some gel wax, and we are going to pour that gel wax in. Now, my gel wax was very hot, and you have to be careful. You guys see the steam coming off of it. You have to be careful because, as you can see, it put a hole in that bottom layer of gravy. And if it does that, then that means that it is extremely hot. Okay, so you want to make sure that you just wait, because gel wax has to go up to a very hot temperature in order to be able to use it. So I am going to use my gel wax now while it's cooled down. Now for the gel wax, I did end up going with the same color. So guys, make note of this. I used the same color throughout the whole candle, and I will put that color in the Patreon. If you are a member of the Patreon, you will have this information. And it came out to be just like syrup. And I like that because I didn't have to use a whole bunch of color dyes. I didn't have to do a whole lot of mixing to achieve these perfect colors. Everything came out as planned, okay? So the gel wax, like I was saying, you have to get it all the way up to a very high temperature in order for it to work. And so this is my finished product, guys. It came out exactly how I would have wanted to. If you love my channel, guys, go ahead and hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon, hit the notification button so you do not miss the up and coming videos that will be featured on my channel. And this is it, guys. We have done our Roscoe's chicken and waffle skillet, okay? All right.